What if I told you there's a country where mountains rise like living walls, where glaciers carve pathways through time, and where valleys glow gold beneath peaks that seem to hold up the sky itself? Welcome to Switzerland, a land where nature is not a backdrop but the main character, a place shaped by ice, shadow, and light, where every train ride feels cinematic and every mountain pass carries the weight of centuries. This is not a destination you rush. Switzerland demands attention, not loudly but confidently. It invites you to slow your pace, lift your eyes, and feel the scale of the world around you. We'll walk along ice-cut paths above glaciers, move through valleys glowing in alpine light, and stand beneath peaks so massive they silence thought itself. By the end of this journey, Switzerland won't feel polished, it will feel powerful. Switzerland's story begins with ice. Long before villages, railways, or borders, glaciers shaped the land, grinding valleys deeper, sharpening ridgelines, and leaving behind landscapes that still feel unfinished. Today, you can walk along these frozen giants. Ice paths trace the edges of retreating glaciers, offering views into deep crevasses glowing blue beneath the surface. The air here is thin and cold. Every step feels deliberate. Standing beside a glacier, you don't just see ice, you see movement frozen mid-stride, snowfall compressed over centuries, time made visible. Meltwater rushes beneath your feet, reminding you that this landscape is alive and constantly changing. And as the ice retreats, it reveals mountains that cast shadows older than memory. The Swiss Alps rise sharply from the valleys below, jagged, dramatic, and impossible to ignore. Peaks like the Matterhorn, Eiger, and Jungfrau dominate the skyline, their silhouettes instantly recognizable even from great distance. These mountains do more than shape the land, they shape emotion. Shadows stretch across valleys in the early morning, while evening light paints ridges in gold and violet. Cable cars climb steep faces, trains tunnel through solid rock, yet despite all human engineering, the mountains remain unchanged in their authority. Up here, weather dictates movement, clouds decide visibility, and silence carries weight. But tucked beneath these towering shadows lie valleys that glow with warmth, life, and tradition. Switzerland's valleys feel like a different world. After the stark power of the high Alps, these lower lands open into rolling meadows, alpine farms, and villages that seem carefully placed rather than built. Wildflowers bloom in summer, cowbells echo softly across hillsides, wooden chalets sit beneath peaks that feel close enough to touch. In autumn, the valleys turn gold. Sunlight filters through thin mountain air, warming fields and forests. Life here moves slower, guided by seasons rather than schedules. These valleys are not hidden from the mountains. They live with them, adapting, enduring, and thriving in their shadow. And threading through these valleys is one of the world's most extraordinary ways to travel. Switzerland's railways are not just transportation, they are experiences. Trains climb mountain passes, cross stone viaducts, and curve through valleys with deliberate grace. Panoramic carriages reveal glaciers, waterfalls, and villages passing slowly outside your window. Tunnels pierce solid rock, emerging suddenly into vast alpine views. Traveling by train here feels meditative. There's no rush, no distraction, just landscape unfolding in perfect rhythm. But some of Switzerland's most unforgettable moments happen far from rails, deep in high alpine worlds. Above the tree line, Switzerland changes again. Grass gives way to stone, color fades to gray, white, and blue. Hiking trails narrow, winds sharpen, and the world feels stripped down to its essentials. Here, mountain huts cling to ridges, offering shelter and warmth to those willing to climb. From their terraces, you look out over endless peaks, layered, distant, infinite. This is not about conquering mountains, it's about meeting them on their terms. While emotional wave, up here humility replaces ambition. Few mountains carry the presence of the Matterhorn, rising sharply above the town of Zermatt. Its pyramid shape feels almost unreal, symmetrical, isolated, unmistakable. At sunrise, its edges glow pink. At sunset, it darkens into silhouette. Clouds wrap around it, then release it again. Standing beneath the Matterhorn, you understand why it became a symbol, not just of Switzerland, but of the Alps themselves. It is not the tallest peak, but it commands attention like no other. And while the Matterhorn captures the imagination, Switzerland's beauty extends far beyond a single summit. Away from famous peaks, small mountain villages dot the landscape. Some sit high on slopes, accessible only by narrow roads or cable cars. Others hide in folds of the land, invisible until you're nearly upon them. Life here follows alpine rhythms. Wood is stacked for winter, windows glow warmly at night. Community matters more than speed. These villages are not preserved for visitors, they are lived in, and that authenticity makes them unforgettable. Emotional wave. In a world racing forward, these places stand still by choice. Switzerland's lakes offer contrast. After rugged peaks and icy heights, the water feels grounding. Glacial lakes shimmer turquoise and emerald, their colors shaped by minerals suspended in meltwater. Reflections ripple softly beneath towering mountains. Walking along a lakeshore, time seems to stretch. The air is calmer, the pace gentler. Here, Switzerland exhales. But as day fades, the mountains reclaim the light in dramatic fashion. Few places handle light like Switzerland. Morning sun creeps slowly across peaks, igniting snowfields. Midday sharpens contrast. Evening softens everything. As shadows lengthen, valleys glow gold. Peaks darken into silhouettes. The sky stretches wide and quiet. This daily performance repeats endlessly and never feels routine. Yet, beneath this beauty lies a deeper relationship between people and land. Swiss life is shaped by geography. Architecture, agriculture, and culture all respond to terrain. Homes are built strong, paths are precise. Nature is respected, not resisted. Avalanches are anticipated, seasons are planned around, balance is everything. This harmony is not romanticized, it's practical, and it's why Switzerland feels so stable, so intentional. Here, survival and beauty coexist. In winter, Switzerland transforms, snow blankets, valleys, and peaks alike. Frozen paths reopen as routes across high terrain. Ski tracks carve patterns into untouched slopes. Villages glow against long nights. The air sharpens, invigorating every breath. Winter here is not something to escape, it's something to embrace. But even in cold and silence, Switzerland holds warmth. Switzerland doesn't overwhelm with chaos, it captivates through clarity. Its landscapes are bold but ordered, its villages quiet but alive, its mountains immense but welcoming. Travel here and you realize that beauty doesn't need exaggeration, it only needs space. Switzerland is ice underfoot and shadow overhead. It is a reminder that nature does not need to be conquered, only understood. So, pack patience, pack awareness, pack respect for a land shaped by time and restraint. Because in Switzerland, every path, every shadow, and every golden valley offers the same lesson: stillness can be powerful. Final retention push. And if this felt unreal, stay with us. The next epic destination is already waiting beyond the mountains.